Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the GE Refrigerator Drain Trough Assembly. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new Drain Trough Assembly. The drain trough assembly is located in the fresh food section. It catches any water that may drip off the evaporator. The main reason to be changing it out is if it's rusted and you're getting water leaking into the bottom of the refrigerator. In order to get to the part, we have to open up the refrigerator door. Now that we have the door open, we have to remove the 3 lower shelves and drawers. We're going to take out the 2 upper drawers first. You just have to pull these out till they stop. And then you can lift up on the front and pull them out the rest of the way. Once you have those 2 out, we can take the upper shelf out. You just have to lift up on the front and pull the rear of the shelf off its mounting pegs. And then you're going to have to turn it at an angle to get it to come out of the fridge. To get the middle shelf out, we're going to take the glass off first. Just lift up on it and pull it out. And the shelf comes out the same way. You just have to lift up on the front and pull it out. We have to turn that at a little bit of an angle to get it to come out. To get the lower cover off, we're going to pull the drawer out. And we can grab the front of the cover and lift it out just like the other ones. In order to get the bottom drawer out, we have to release the 4 locking tabs that hold it to the rails. You just have to turn them 90 degrees to unlock them. There's 2 on each side. All you have to do is turn them all. Once you have them all turned to the out position, you can just lift the drawer off and set it aside. Once you have it out of the way, you can push the rails back in just to get them out of the way. Now that we have the shelves and the drawers out, we have to take the back covers off. First we're going to reach in and just lift this plastic cover off. There's a piece of foam under it. It should come out either together or separate. Just pull them both out and set them aside. And then we can use the Phillips screwdriver to remove the 3 screws that hold this cover on. Now that we have all the screws out, we can remove this cover. We're going to lift up on this vent a little bit to help break it free. And then you can pull the top outwards. You want to be careful, there's foam on the back of this cover. You don't want to damage it. Once you have it free, I'm just going to carefully spin it over to the left side. And we can reach back here and disconnect the wire harness that goes to the fan motor. Once you have it disconnected, you can pull it out of the freezer. Now that we have the cover off, we have to remove the 2 screws that hold the evaporator in. So you can use the Phillips screwdriver to take them out. Once you have the screws out, we have to lift the evaporator out of the way. You want to be careful of these lines when you move it. You just want to move it very slowly and just enough so we can get back in here and work. Once you have the evaporator lifted out of the way, we're going to pull the drain trough off to the right and out of the refrigerator. Once you have it free, you can pull it out of the refrigerator. Here's the old drain trough assembly next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Before you put the new drain trough in, you want to make sure you clean this area out, especially this funnel right here. This is the funnel that goes down to the drain tube. So you can take a long, small screwdriver or something and stick it through there to make sure there's no rust particles or anything that might clog up the drain line. Once you have everything cleaned up, we can put the new drain trough assembly in. When you put it in, you want to make sure that the tube goes into the funnel, and we're going to put the drain trough in the same way we took it out. I'm just going to slide it in from the right and carefully get it behind the evaporator. Once you have it set in place, we can carefully lower the evaporator down. And we can grab the Phillips screwdriver and line up the screw holes so we can put the screws in. We're not going to tighten the first screw down all the way. We're going to leave it loose so we can move the drain trough and the evaporator around to get the other screw in. Once you have this side tightened down, we can go tighten down the other screw. Once you have both screws tightened down, we can put the cover back on. To put the cover in, we're going to bring it in on the left side of the refrigerator so we can plug in the wiring harness for the fan motor. It can only go on one way, so all you have to do is connect it and make sure you get a good connection. Once you have it in place, we can rotate the cover over so we can fit it over the evaporator. Once you have it lined up, you're just going to carefully put the bottom in first and then lower it down carefully over the evaporator. Once you have it all the way down, we can lift the top up. We have to lift this air vent up a little bit. Now that we have the cover in place, we can use a Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in. Now that we have all the screws in, we can put the foam block in and the plastic cover. All you have to do is set them onto the evaporator lines. Once you have that in, we can put all the drawers and the shelves in. To put the lower drawer in, we're just going to pull the rails out, and you want to make sure that all the locking tabs are pointing out like that. And we're just going to set the drawer in there. Once you have it in place, we can just turn these and lock the drawer into place on the rails. Once you have the drawer locked in, you can push it all the way in, and then we can put the top on. All we have to do is set this onto the pin in the back and then lower it down onto the front ones. Once you have it in place, we can put the middle shelf in. The middle shelf goes in the same way. Just like when we took them off, you may have to slide it in at an angle to get it to go in easier. And then set it on the rear pins and then down onto the front ones. Once you have the shelf in, we can carefully set the glass on. And then we can put the drawer in. Just have to line it up on the rails and push it back in. The upper shelf goes in the same way. Once you have it in place, we can put the drawer in, just line it up with the rails and push it in. Now that we have everything put back together, we can close the refrigerator door, plug it back in, and make sure it starts to cool. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.